Utah is addressing a very big, a very complex, and a very challenging issue. That would be housing affordability. And the Utah Senate and House is in session, and the subject is being addressed. So I'm going to cover what Utah proposes to make living in Utah affordable. Let's get after it right now. And welcome to the Living in Utah channel. I'm Mike Gallagher. I'm a local real estate agent. And on this channel, we talk everything about the state of Utah, eating, sleeping, drinking, and playing in Utah. So affordable housing has been listed as a top priority in the state. I actually think around the country, a lot of states are looking at the affordability issue, especially when it comes to housing. Even the governor of Utah has stepped in, and he's recommended a $150 million investment into homebuyer assistance and also some infrastructure programs. And even before the lawmakers met this year, there was a committee set up right here in the state to address how we can make housing affordable. Not just if you're buying a home, but also if you're renting a home. Rental prices have gone sky high. Actually, over the last few years, the state has come up with a few bills to help address the problem. It's taken a small dent out of the problem. One of those particular bills was the Mother-in-Law Apartment Act that they have passed here in Utah. You also may be wondering, why is the housing situation unaffordable in Utah? And it's not just Utah. There are many states that are fighting this exact same issue. First off, I personally feel that there is a clock ticking and something needs to be done now and not later. It's kind of a snowball effect. It has been picking up more and more snows. It's gone down the hill, and now we must act. Under the current city and county general plans, each city or county has a general plan of how they would like their area to look in the future, and they project out residential areas, commercial areas, etc. Well, the Wasatch Front, which is from Brigham City down towards the Provo area, will run out of space in roughly 20 years. Something needs done right now. And there's a report out there that concludes that Utah needs 28,000 new homes just to keep up with demand per year. That's over 2,000 homes a month that you need to build. It's not just Utah. Nationally, we have the same issue. Back in 2008, 2009, when we had the big crash, many builders went out of business. Well, even during the rough times, you still need to build so many homes per year to keep up. And it did not happen for a long period of time. Even once the building picked back up in like 2012, 13, 14, they still were not building the amount of homes that they need to build. And the lack of building is one of the reasons that we have a supply problem in the state. Also, the fact there are many people moving to the state. I've seen reports where that 28,000 number will probably jump up to about 37,000 homes will need to be built in say 25, 26, 27. As the growth continues here in Utah, more and more homes need to be built. So unfortunately for the lawmakers of Utah, there's no simple solution to solve the problem. Just take the last few years when we had COVID. There was a huge increase for housing, even more than we've seen in previous years. And during that time, building costs skyrocketed through the roof. I remember wood was tripling in price. Metal prices were way up. Paint was way up. Just about everything that went into the construction of a home increased. That also increased the average home price. So what is Utah doing to bring down the home prices? First of all, we have Senate Bill 168. This particular bill is labeled the Housing Affordability Amendment. One of the key things in this particular bill is that they would like to adopt a statewide building code for modular building units. I have many people that would love to live in a modular home. But unfortunately, we have different regulations based on city, county, throughout the state. It's hard to know where you can build a modular home and what requirements are needed for a modular home. Also in the bill, they would like to provide some money to the first time homebuyer assistance program, and I like this idea. If we can get first time homebuyers into homes, I think it's a great idea. The other thing that would be nice if they would include in this bill would be like tiny home communities. I have many people reach out to me that would love to live in a tiny home. So if we could get some tiny home communities established, I think that would be great. So we also have House Bill 306, labeled Residential Housing Amendments. I like this bill. It prohibits certain municipalities from denying approval of a lot based on lot size if the lot is at least a specific size. And I really like this. If you want to build on a particular lot, you should be allowed to build on that lot. Also, it provides that a starter home, as defined, is a permitted use in residential zones within certain municipalities. Once again, we're trying to get into that starter home business. And they also have a provision in here on impact fees for a starter home. I'm not too sure if you're aware that when you go to build a home, just about everybody has their hand out. You go to the city, you go to the fire department, and they all have what they call impact fees, and it is thousands and thousands of dollars. So this bill will help address some of those issues. Also, many times I've seen at the city council meetings in various cities how the city council members, we require you to do this and require you to do that. So maybe if we could establish some guidelines that is statewide, I think that would be great. So we also have another bill labeled Bill number 19, and this has to do with the Housing Act, which is an act that is in Congress. They would like the state to be able to acquire federally controlled lands for the development of attainable housing. I'm not too sure if you're aware, but 2/3 of Utah's land is controlled by the federal government. They would like to have access to some of this land to build homes or communities on the land. And I'm all in favor of bills like this. If we could get land at a reduced cost or maybe even for free, you really can bring down home prices. One of the largest prices when you are building a home is sometimes the lot. I've seen lot prices easily for $200,000 before you even start to build the home. $200,000, $250,000, $150,000. I've seen lot prices at $500,000. But if we could free up some of this land to build new communities, I think it would help with the affordability issue. That's some of the items that is being talked about right now in the state of Utah with the lawmakers. I think it is a great effort in helping bring back some affordability, whether it's buying a home or renting a home. I would love to know your opinions in the comments down below. What else could the state do to help bring down home prices? And until the next video, take care and stay safe.